The only way we can learn is if we are exposed. The only way we can get exposed is if we throw ourselves out there. These are the encouraging words of C. Joybell C. And they basically sum up what we're about to talk about today. My name is Wandile Thenjwayo, and I'll be your host for today. Welcome to One Life, One Voice, One Dream. With me today, we're joined by Leo Marquardt's finest, a man who was brave enough to walk wearing nothing but a bow rat thong during the Leo Marquardt procession.
A bow rat.
Bow rat, not bow rat. Bow rat.
Bow rat.
Thomas Willows, how are you, man?
It's a classy version of a bow rat.
What?
So I'm wearing my bow rat thong today.
Do you like my bow? How nice having you here.
It's lovely to be here, dude. Bit more clothes than usual, so that's always good.
That's always good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, you're known for being a bit of a legend around UCT. I just want to know, where do you get the bravery to do half of the things you do, even?
I wouldn't call myself a legend in any retrospect whatsoever. Mm-hmm. All I am is a dude who does stupid shit, in quite layman terms. A lot of the stuff, the bravery, it's probably lack of thought more than bravery. If you talk about the different instances that have happened in the past, a lot of them in the true response, I was fairly inebriated, but so that's in pure.
Fair enough.
That's who I am, and that's what I get up to. But the key is to always be prepared. That's one thing that you got to make sure about. Because if you're not prepared for a situation, you're not going to be able to handle it in the manner that you wish to handle it in. So,
naturally, thank you. Thanks for that. I also know that you had a role in the movie Spud. Would you like to tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah,
how was that for you?
It was a very small role. wasn't anything spectacular. I got cast as the Spud's stand-in, which meant that I did a few rehearsals with the crew and stuff. But then I did this amazing thing where I grew, which was that's apparently happens once you hit puberty, and that happened to me. And
it's a beautiful experience.
It's beautiful. I mean, things are dropping, voices are going funky, and holy crap on a cracker.
You just don't understand all these things happening. You're like, my God, it's happening to me.
Exactly.
Yeah. But now, like, how did you sort of manage to deal with that, and also other issues in day-to-day life? How do you go through?
When I was in Spud, I was in a very pampered environment. I lived with the Crazy Eight, and we had a lovely time together. I mean, there was a lot of fun times.
Really decent oaks.
All of them very down to earth. No one actually realizes that these so-called famous people are just normal. Relaxed people who have like a bit of a passion for entertaining, and that's what my passion is.
No, dog, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Now, after high school, I know that you took a gap year to travel abroad.
Yeah.
I just want to know, what made you choose that path instead of the normal jump straight into varsity after high school?
Well, I've been passionate about drama and the arts and things like that for a while now, but this year's most of the people who actually study it end up being handing out food at McDonald's or something like that, and that's not the life that I wish to lead. So I kind of had to take a year to kind of decide what I was really doing. If I was taking my physics and maths and my technical drawing across and doing something like civil engineering, but I decided against that because that's not who I am. I kind of missed it a lot while I was there. It was a year where I had to grow up a bit. I still see myself as fairly childish, but over there I had to kind of be like, whoa, Tom, hold up on the booze and partying and kind of reevaluate your life for a moment or two.
That's really good. Now, when you talk about your physics and your maths, did you ever think, were you ever sort of at a crossroads where you had to decide whether to take that sort of technical route and get a degree in maths or whatever and do that, or actually do something that you're passionate about?
Well, the pressure comes from having a very well-educated family. And they all kind of went...
Don't I know it?
Exactly. If you come from a family who everyone's a professional in their own right, you feel you feel obligated to do the same. You feel like you need to go and you need to get a proper degree and get a proper job by the end of the day. But the point is, that's not what I'm passionate about, and I'm someone who follows what my passion is. And I think that everyone needs to wake up and smell the roses and follow their passion. Because if you're not following your passion, you're not doing what you love.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to be a very happy person. Happiness is important.
Happiness is important.
Yeah.
Did you get that? Happiness is important. What up?
Yeah,
I did not say it.
That's just happened. This does look like... Well, anyway.
It's a decoration.
Well, I see that now.
Come and ruin our show now.
I thought it was a bit of a prop there. Didn't know exactly how to use it.
Yeah.
Anyway. What you're saying.
Now, I want to know... so I can see that you feel pretty passionate about passion. So you think it's pretty important to get to a stage where you really just want to be happy. You just want to do something that's just for you, that's going to make you happy. Now, sort of considering all other factors, do you think that that's really what's best? I don't know. I'm just sort of trying to get.
No, well, obviously you need to make a living by the end of that.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
obviously you got to I'm not saying kids go and if you think that you're great at tossing a frisbee, don't go and be drop your whole life and be a frisbee teacher because you're probably not going to get that much cash doing that. So you got to think about that too because this is a country where it's kind of hard to live if you don't have money. So
definitely.
That's an important note.
Trying to make paper. Trying to get the paper.
So, but yeah, you've got to be passionate about what you do. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. That's pretty much it. And there is method behind all my madness, and that is so that when I leave here, I'll be able to be well known enough, or be able to just say, okay, well, I've done a bit of UCT. Just kidding. I've done this. I've done that while I'm at GCT, so that my face is recognizable before I leave.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're actually doing quite a great job at it.
Thank you.
You're on the right path.
Thank you very much, man.
You really are.
I really do appreciate that.
Now, how did you sort of reach that decision where you were finally like, I'm doing it? What, for you, was it difficult to reach that decision, or was it just a natural, it just sort of gelled in?
It's one of those where I was overseas and I was not doing what I wanted to do. I was working at a school and I was loving working with kids, not in a creepy way. But I was
that sounded a little strange. Watch your words.
But I was a border master there, and I did a bit of sports, did all that sort of stuff, coached weird and wonderful sports over there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I finally got the opportunity to help the directing of a play.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, wow, dude, you really missed getting in front of a stage and making people happy. Or sad, depending on how you like me. But yeah, it literally came down to that, where I was just like, Tom, come now. You got to do what you want to do. You can't stop pussyfooting around and wake up and be like, this is your moment. Yeah.
Now, what would you say sort of to all the people out there sort of in the same predicament? Some are in even worse situations where they really are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Yeah. How can you sort of motivate them to?
Well, I'm someone who comes from a fairly privileged family, so I can't even begin to try and understand the situation that many people are in, where they have to start working. They have to start working while they're in university, and they have to get a degree that offers no leniency in leaving and not getting a job. Yeah. So I can't hope to try and understand from there, but I also want to plead with everyone to just do what you want to do. Like, this is, you get one shot, you get one life, and why would you waste that doing something you're not excited about or passionate about? I mean, this is our moment, and this at UCT, like, this is where we get to fart and fuck around a little bit, which is quite fun.
Yeah.
But it comes. That's what you should be doing. This is UCT. This is my first year here, and this is my year to kind of mess around and see what I can and cannot do. And I think everyone needs to do that.
Yeah. No, spoken like a true wise man. I'd actually like to know what spurred that. How did you get to that decision to walk in a thong? This man walked in a one-piece thong at the Leo Market procession. Why, Tom? Why?
Well, it helps the fact that I was with a super sexy, handsome woman at the time. So
What up?
What up?
Raise the
Yeah,
roof,
yeah.
yes.
Shout out to Roxy for that. So that definitely helped. If I was walking down there by myself, people would have been like, "Well, this is a little bit weird.
It's a little strange.
This is a little bit weird. Yeah, stop that." I'm tired of seeing all of that.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but there was definitely
Yeah.
a moment where I looked down and I was like, "This is cold. This is."
Yo, and it really was cold that day.
But I think that it showed that Marquardians have balls, and that was pretty
Yes,
much
we did
the
see
plan.
that.
And I enjoy entertaining people. If anything I do comes across as like offensive or anything like that, it's literally in the art of entertaining. I'm an entertainer. This is what I want to do. So that's it was with my personality, and I thought, if I have it, flaunt it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you very
Sure,
much
man.
for that. So, Thomas, what are your last words for anyone out there who sort of at a crossroads in their lives? What do you have to say to them to make them feel better about themselves today?
As he said, I hope we touched you. Hopefully it wasn't in an inappropriate way. So otherwise that could happen in the future. But what I'd just like to say is that, guys, life's a garden. You just got to dig it. And that's pretty much it. This is your one shot, your one moment. And live through your passions. Live through what you enjoy. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on the show today. We hope you were touched and inspired as we aimed to. And see you again next week.